Just enough. May 13th, 2023. Within our instincts, we are naturally programmed to think of better solutions to our everyday tasks. In this sense, I regard ingenuity as an innate skill that prompts us to be constantly scanning for opportunities to ease our lives, bringing us safety and comfort. Ingenuity leads to change. We seek for changes, hoping the intended outcome to be achieved at the expense of less resources. In many processes, it is wise to realize that there should be an optimal point of change beyond which the quality of the process will start declining once again. So, one thing to say is that we tend to improve processes and that at many times change will come as a consequence of our nature. Change is within our unconscious behavior, so we should expect things to change with time, and the fact alone that surfing initiation today is done in a new way is not necessarily a bad thing. However, if results suggest quality loss, then it is important to look back and analyze the change. We must never lose sight of quality control, otherwise, we would be at risk of entering a very damaging dimension of overchange, an unwelcoming extrapolation that could result from vanity, boredom, greed, and emotional neediness. It used to be done a certain way in the past, a time when people were okay with things being difficult. It was universally known and accepted that some goals were just not for everyone. One's chances of succeeding in a given path heavily depended on how much resilience and willpower that person displayed as a combined result from all her lifelong experiences. Lifestyles played a major role in sculpting not only people's objects of desire, but also whatever skills those decisions implied. At a certain point, an equilibrium was broken, and today we have a different understanding of reality, one that makes it much less likely for people to simply accept that learning to overcome the difficulties of the process is part of the learning. We now expect methods that will make things easy and for anyone. What is the cost of skipping and not valuing the difficulties of the original process? How does this new view affect our ability to remain calm under stressful situations in the surf zone? In other words, how does it impact our awareness of how the wild components of the environment, the ones we intend to eventually master, affect us?